students. We will continue with the problems on compression member. The third problem, there was a homework problem in the notes shared. We will go with the third problem. Calculate the design load carrying capacity of a compound column consisting of ISHB 250 at 500.31 Newton per meter with one cover plate of 320 by 20 mm on each flange as shown in the following figure. Length of the column is 4 meter. Assume it is fixed at one end and other end is hinged. Assume Fy equal to 250 Newton per millimeter square. This is how the column looks like. This is a built-up column consisting of two cover plates at the flanges of an I section. So in the steel table, especially whatever I have shared, the SP6 in page number 175, we get all the properties related to the uh, this built up section. Always the built up section in the case of buckling class, they fall under buckling class C according to table number 10. Now let us go with SP6 for ISHB 250. The load is to be important, that is 500.31, that is the weight. ISHB 250 500 point ISHB 500.31. So 500.31, in the sense it falls under 51 kg. So ISHB 250 51 kg. So this is in page number 175 of the SP6, that is a steel table shared by me. So this is single joist with additional plates on both flanges to be used as columns. So from this we will take the properties. See here, ISHB 250, the width of the cover plate is 320 mm and the thickness is 20 mm. This is the thickness and this is the width. Okay, in this we have the area as 192.96 centimeter square. It can be put as 19296 millimeter square. Then modulus of section are given and radius of gyration are given, rxx and ryy, or which can also be said that rzz and ryy. So out of these two values, ryy is the smaller value, so we will take up with smaller value 8.17 from the steel table. So from the steel table we got A equal to 19296 millimeter square and RZZ is 127, RYY is 81.7 mm, therefore R minimum is 81.7 mm. The actual length is 4000 millimeter. So from table 11 of page number 45, let me go for page number 45, table 11. So in this table, it is one end is fixed and the other end is hinged. For this case, the effective length is zero point 0.8 times L. So KL equal to 0.8 into 4000, 3200 millimeter. Therefore, slenderness ratio equal to K lambda equal to KL by R minimum, that is 3200 by 81.7, works out to be 39.16 rounded off to 40. So always these built up sections, sorry, always these built up sections falls under buckling class C. In table number 10, you can see here the built up member. Built up members are always falling under buckling class C. So we don't want any other dimensions to decide the buckling class. Directly we can write it is buckling class C. So we get for buckling class C from the table 9.C. This is table number 9.C or 9C, the design compressive stress for Fe250 grade steel. So for 40 it is 198. For 40 as the KL by R, the value of FCD is equal to 198 Newton per millimeter square. So we will go into the design compressive stress equal to 198 Newton per millimeter square. Therefore, the design compressive load will be AE into FCD. The area multiplied by FCD gives us 3820.608 kilonewton. In the previous video lecture, I have explained or I have shown the table number 9.C instead of table number 9.B. Make a correction. Now let us go for one more problem. The following figure shows a built-up column section. The column has an effective length of 4.75 meter. Very important. They have already given the effective length. No need to find out the effective length again. Find the design compressive load for the column. Take Fy equal to 250, E equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per millimeter square. Equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per millimeter square will be used only if we are going with the second method what we have seen in the first problem. Okay, so this is the problem given. The back-to-back channel members are given with the spacing of 220 mm. So here from steel table, the SP6 page number 191 for ISLC 200, the double channel laced or batten to be used as columns. From that we get the area equal to 5244 millimeter square, IZZ equal to 34.51 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter power 4, and IY equal to 96.39 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4, ZYY equal to the value 521.1 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter raised to 3, and RYY is 135.6 millimeters. So let us go for that page number 191. In page number 191 we can get the back to back channel sections are placed. It is I think ISLC 200, so I have to search for ISLC 200. Yeah, this is ISLC 200. Here I am getting the area is 5244, moment of inertia 3451.0 centimeter to the power 4. These values we have noted already, and remaining values I have to get the IYY, ZYY and RYY depending on the spacing between the webs. Spacing between the webs is given here in the figure as 220 mm. So that 220 mm I have to search here. This is 220 mm. This is 220 mm, and you should not look at first three values. You have to look at the middle three values, because I am interested in finding out the properties of ISLC 200. So here I will get the values of IYY and ZYY, also RYY. So after getting these values, I have to calculate the properties for the built up section now. So for this built up section, you calculate the area. Area is equal to area of these two channel sections plus these two cover plates. It works out to be 14124 millimeter square. Now I have to calculate IZZ for the entire built up section. So for entire built up section, it is the I value of channel sections plus 2 times the I value of these cover plates, works out to be 134.39 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. This is nothing but I1 or I of channel plus 2 times Ig plus AH square. Now this IYY is also calculated in the same way. IYY value for channel section is taken from steel table plus 2 times the I value for Ig value for these cover plates plus AH square. H becomes 0 here. So therefore it works out to be 197.696 into 10 power 6 millimeter raised to 4. So here IZZ is less than IYY. So the built up section is governed by ZZ axis here, not YY. It is governed by ZZ axis. Therefore, for built up section we know the buckling class is C. Therefore, let us calculate least radius of gyration R minimum equal to square root of least of IZZ and IYY. It is IZZ divided by A, works out to be 97.54 millimeters. After that you calculate the slenderness ratio KL by R minimum. KL is equal to, given in the problem, 4.75 meter divided by R minimum, works out to be 48.698. Therefore from Table 9C, page number 42, for buckling class C, for KL by R 48.698 and Fy 250 Newton per millimeter square, we get FCD equal to 184.953 Newton per millimeter square. Therefore, design compressive load is nothing but AE into FCD, works out to be 2612.276 kilonewton. So I have taken for from this the value for some 48 point something. What is that value? 48.698 as the KL by R. It is in between 40 and 50, that is 198 and 183. Interpolated to get a value of 184.953 Newton per millimeter square. In coming video lecture we will take up few more problems. Thanks for watching.